Hi, everybody. Super excited to be live with you tonight. We have probably a really fun and chaotic and maybe a little spooky game coming up for you. Well, I don't know the degree to which it will be spooky. We will see. Of Stardust. Before we get started, I want to just say that I'm really excited that everybody who signed up and joined me today, because this is the last stream in a fundraiser for the New York Common Pantry. Hi, Roll for Felicity. Hi, Toga. So you can follow along at the bar at the top of the stream. We'll let you know where we're at with that. In the chat, the donate link will be periodically flying by, so feel free. The next milestone we are hoping to hit is 650, at which point we will do a giveaway of 2 copies of the Neverland D&D setting. And yeah, so we're excited about that. We're excited to show you the Stardust game and see if it works. We'll see. It's going to be fun. So I would love it if before we got started, everybody would let us know who they are and all of the awesome stuff they do and who you are playing. So Nikki, would you start us off?
Absolutely. So I'm Nikki. I am a 5th grade teacher. I am also the community manager for Emerald City Game Masters Guild. We are Emerald City GMG on Twitter. I'm halfling_Nick on Twitter. And that's pretty much all I do. My character is Morgana Malcott, and her name is Morgana the Mean, and she is truly just very average, not at all actually mean.
Okay, good to know. Avalon, what about you?
Hello, I am A_Cat in all of the places. I am one half of Femsplained Weird Fem Nerd podcast. And I don't know, I have a lot of little things going on, but no big, particularly exciting announcements. And I will be playing Wilhelmina Whispers, who may or may not hear whispers.
Fantastic. Danny, what about you?
Hey, so I am a total tabletop RPG rookie, but I'm slowly starting to spread my wings. You can catch me on Twitter at Runaway Muse, and that is also my Twitch username. I post there sporadically, but I am an earth scientist by trade. And tonight I dug deep down to my geology roots to create Phoebe Philadonna, the patient. Earth-loving, patient nature witch who's bound to get into some trouble.
Phenomenal. And Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley. My Twitter is @Zavery. This is my first time doing anything like this, so I'm very excited to be here. Yay. And my character is Leah Lilly, aka Lola Gamble. And she might be a little bit of a trickster, a little wild card. We'll see what happens.
Perfect. And Paul.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul Baronet. You can call me Bears. I'm Tutu Bears on Twitter, and by day I'm a software engineer. By night I play board games and sometimes role-playing games. And this is my first time doing anything like this on stream, so I'm incredibly excited to be doing it. It'll be great. I'm going to be playing Gabriel Greenbow, he/they, or you can call him Gabe, maybe Gabe the Generous. And he really just wants everyone to try and get along and maybe wreak some havoc with lightning and wind, but only if you really deserved it.
Fantastic. And I'm Diana. You will see links to all of these lovely people's socials in the chat. You will also see a link to the Stardust RPG if you would like to download it and play it. And of course, keep an eye out for links to the actual charity drive that we're doing. And, if you can, help us out. But with that, let's get started. So, it is yet another lovely, cold, and dreary night in your dark but decorative castle, far away from civilization in the woods. And as night falls, a sort of bell goes off, kind of echoing against the stone walls of your home, to let you know that it is almost time for your nightly scheduled brood by the window. At this time of night, what are all of you typically doing on a typical average night?
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was like, oh, no, you go for it.
Typical night. I will be up in my room organizing my little potion ingredients, and so we have some, the typical things, some Eye of Newt, and making sure everything is very nice and neat and in its place.
Okay, so you're keeping your space, your workspace very tidy and organized.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else up to much on the average evening?
Phoebe or Phoebes, as her coven sometimes calls her, is probably just returning from her post-dinner walk around the grounds. She's barefoot, probably still a little dirty, and has been returning in as her powers aren't what they used to be, so she doesn't quite trust herself to be outside alone in the woods. So she's returned to the safety of our castle for our evening brood.
Lovely.
Wilhelmina is mediating a disagreement between two of the voices that she hears.
What does that sound like to the onlookers?
Well, so she would be sitting on her bed and trying very hard to play sort of couples counselor in a way. She has like small glasses and is just really trying to validate both parties and remind them to use I statements.
Oh, okay. Okay. How does it seem if one were to walk in on that? How would it seem like it was going well?
No.
Okay.
No, I think at least one of the parties involved is becoming more reactive.
Okay. All right. Starting to escalate.
Yes.
So some of you may hear the argument, the very one-sided three-way argument that's happening from Wilhelmina's room. What about Gabe?
I think that Gabe is journaling, actually. And so he has a very nice desk in his room, and he has a very handsome leather-bound volume that he is writing in, and occasionally stops to dip the quill in and get more ink on. And next to him is a big bookshelf, and there's a lot of other similarly bound volumes. So this is something he's been doing nightly for a very long time, actually. He's just thinking about the day, talking about the coven, maybe sketching out to-do lists for tomorrow, new experiments or spells he wants to try.
Okay, good. And Morgana?
Morgana is going next to each person's room and messing with them in some way. So she's rattling potions and working, and then it splotches when he starts shaking it, and it just gets everywhere. And the mud that Phoebe is tracking in is extra cold, like colder than it should be on her feet. And for Wilhelmina, Morgana gets to Wilhelmina's door and hears what's happening and starts egging on the voices so that they're escalating. Like, did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said about you? And making the problem worse.
As you all are trying to go about your night, Morgana's pranks notwithstanding, you can't help but to reflect on the fact that it's gotten worse over the years. For instance, Wilhelmina, the voices used to get along. Not all the time, but better than this for sure. And, you know, Morgana's pranks used to be a little bit more inspired than Cold Mud. They used to be a little more destructive than that. And even the bottles on the shelves, the books, starting to kind of deteriorate. Your home is not in as good a shape as it used to be. And frankly, neither are all of your powers, your strengths. It's gotten down to the little last bits of power from the last time that you rejuvenated yourselves. And with that, the clock strikes again, and you know it is time to gather together, look out at the night sky, and envy the stars. You gather at the window. How are you all feeling together?
Morgana could never live alone. She thrives on messing with people, and so as much as she messes with her coven, she actually cares about them deeply, and is happy that they're all together, even if she messes with them. But if anyone else messes with them, she will end them. But like, she cares very much about her coven.
Good. Approve.
And Phoebe started off with a coven in her youth and decided to walk the nomadic life, being one with the earth and the woods, and has only really returned back to the safety of her coven in the past couple of years. And even though she's lived a life, she does find some comfort in being around some like-minded and caring folks, and even the little pranks from Morgana couldn't sway her general. She's at peace with her life now. She's perched up on the window, so she has her feet out into the wind. She's enjoying just the beautiful sky and, the feel of the cold stone, under her, and feels very at peace.
It's very nice. As you are looking out at the sky, there are many stars up in the blanket above, and none of them are doing much, which is disappointing. You stare for a few minutes until finally what you at first almost think you are imagining, until it continues. A tiny spark shooting across the sky and then speeding up and flaming a trail behind it as it gets closer and closer and closer, and you see it make contact with the earth somewhere far off into the great distance.
Have to find the star.
Okay, so I'm running down the stairs. See if everyone saw that. I'm probably knocking into Gabe's books and maybe spill some ink over. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see what I saw? You saw that, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
Okay, well, let's go. We need to go. We need to go now.
Right now, yes, of course, but it's the middle of the night. We should prepare.
Are you afraid of the dark, Gabe?
When you put it like that, no.
I might have to agree with Gabe. We are not quite as young and as powerful as we used to. We might need to be a little more careful with our decisions.
30. But I think she's right. I think there's almost no time to waste.
Yeah, I think we should probably go before someone else gets it. I'm hearing that a lot of people saw that.
Well, then it appears we have no time to waste.
Let's go.
Have any of you prepared for this moment? Do you have
We
any
prepare for this
plans?
moment every day.
Exactly. It's time to enact our preparations.
I prepare
Like-
for now.
So I'm thinking that Gabe like maybe has a map or like a scroll of something that maybe he like rushes up to, like he runs up to upstairs and like there's a bunch of clattering and then maybe he comes back down with a scroll or something.
I will say, what kind of a scroll?
I'm thinking like possibly a map, but it doesn't have to be a recent map. It could be an outdated map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
probably about 50 years since you were able to acquire a map of the area, and you kind of like sprawl it out. It's probably still mostly accurate, at least. And when you look and try to triangulate where the star fell and hit the Earth, you can see that it's about equidistant from you to the star, and from the star to the wall. So if this star moves quicker than you can get to the star, it may be a problem for you.
Morgana looks at Wilhelmina and asks, do you think you can get some of your whispering friends to whisper to the star to go the other direction?
I can definitely get them to whisper, but I don't know if I can get the star to listen.
It's worth trying.
Absolutely.
What are you going to have your friends whisper to the star?
So, Wilhelmina's idea of how this works is just that there's like a very populous, like, density of, I guess, ghosts that they can just do a game of telephone, maybe, across the world.
Great.
I'd
And
love
that's
it.
how it works, I think.
Sure.
I mean, at least that's her understanding of it. So she is going to lean over and put her hand over her mouth and say, "A beautiful glowing star has landed. It's very important she not go to the wall, or they. I don't know star gender, I'm sorry."
No one does. Yeah. Okay. So you kind of hear back a ghostly, okay. And then because you apparently hear all the ghost voices, you also hear, hey, Bob, there's a pretty star that's fallen. Make sure she does. And this continues and just gets a little quieter and quieter each time that you hear it as it goes down. And please roll me a D4.
First roll.
I
roll.
know.
Yes.
That's a 2.
Okay, so that's 2 tick boxes.
Tick, tick.
Tick, tick.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Each time you cast any spell or use your magic in any way, it will dwindle your powers further. If you go down to the last box, you will no longer be able to take actions. You will be able to speak, but your powers will be drained to their last little bit. as long as the rest of your coven is alive, however, and they give you a part of the star once they capture it, you will be fine again. More than fine. You will be rejuvenated.
Well, I think that that's going to work.
It's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Anybody else want to do anything to prepare before you leave?
I'm gonna run back up to the shelf that I was working on and just grab a bunch of the first bottles that I see. Not even gonna check what they are, just gonna throw them into my bag.
Great.
Because Gabe said that we should prepare, but I really want to leave right away.
Perfect. Let's say that you take three potion bottles you are able to grab. And we'll find out what they do later.
Morgana stands by her belief that if she never prepares for anything, that she's always prepared. And so she just stands in like Superman pose and just waits for everyone else to be ready.
Perfect.
Maybe she like ties her boots tighter, but otherwise she's like, I'm good.
Wonderful. Anybody else?
Phoebe still refuses to put actual shoes on. The only thing that she goes up to her room to get is a scrying crystal in case she might need to use some of her powers of premonition to aid them as they go through.
Good plan. Paul, did you... Oh, you got the map. All right.
I got the map.
So we got map. We sent a whispered. We've got a couple potions, a scrying crystal, and Morgana's confidence. Good. All right. You officially head out on your journey. Now, this is about a full day, full 24 hours journey that you have ahead of you. Right now, walking is only going to get you so far. Probably is not going to get you there in time, at least if you do that the entire way. If you found a mount, you could go faster. Flying will definitely get you there in under the amount of time you need, but it's going to cost each of you a spell box to fly.
So I think Gabe has experimented with flying. It's actually one of his favorite things, but it's been getting harder and harder to do as the years have gone on. And I don't think he could do it for all five of us. But I think Gabe, can say this aloud. Maybe he's just thinking aloud about the predicament we're in.
Sure.
I mean, it seems like a good use of a spell slot.
If we all work together, we could probably make it work.
Yeah,
that's true. I've never tried that before.
I could.
Phoebe kind of looks like.
Oh
yeah, no, you're good.
She turns to Gabe and says, "I could turn you into an owl. I heard they fly."
I don't know if I want to be an owl.
Have you ever been an owl, Morgana?
Me?
Yeah.
You ever hear that owl that sits in the tree outside your window when you're trying to sleep?
I hate that owl.
You see like a moment of realization crossing Phoebe's face, goes, oh, that makes so much more sense than what I was thinking. And you see Phoebe kind of looking sadly on the ground. The idea of her feet leaving her well-loved ground is kind of saddening. And she looks to Gabe and is like, well, I do trust you, old friend. We are not as powerful as we used to. I really am not looking forward to falling out of the sky if our power does run out. The ground is very hard. I'm very aware of this fact.
according to my calculations, there's only a 23% chance of that happening. Especially if we all work together.
23 is good odds. I say we fly.
I would like to fly.
Okay.
All right.
All those who are flying, just check a spell box and you take to the air.
All right.
Is anybody not flying?
Nope. Phoebe is sticking with the coven.
Good. Okay. Wonderful. Once you are in flight on your, do you all fly on brooms? Something else? What is your preference for flight?
I was kind of thinking that Gabe just sort of levitates a little bit, and there's like wind, the winds carry him up.
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go carpet. I'd like the winds to levitate a carpet so that I don't feel like I'm like working as hard the whole time, and I can just
Yeah,
go
you'd
for
like to
flying.
sit. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Okay, good.
Nice.
I have a broom. It's never been used for cleaning, but it is very bejeweled.
Excellent.
Morgana goes owl.
Okay, so you turn into an owl.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Can I do that without bidding? Because I already did the fly. Do I have to use a transfiguration spell slot to do that?
We'll say you used your spell. You're doing it in owl form.
Okay. Perfect.
And Phoebe.
Phoebe took a branch from one of her favorite willow trees and is kind of just situated on one of her favorite trees and little branches that seats her.
Like a little piece of home.
Little piece of home that she's taking with her away from the castle.
Very nice. I like it.
Have you ever read The Giving Tree, Phoebe?
Is Phoebe comfortable flying, or is she uncomfy?
She's a bit uncomfy. She's holding onto this branch like it's her last lifeline. Like this is her piece of earth that she's taking with her.
Because I can imagine Gabe's like trying to like help her feel more grounded, maybe offering to like hold her hand, or just being like, "It's okay, I was scared my first time too."
Phoebe's probably gonna definitely stick with her nature bro.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, when you take to the skies, you are covering ground fast now. It is still the middle of the night, but as you travel, you cover a lot of ground before the first bits of morning light start to come overhead. It isn't long, however, until you reach a conundrum, your first. You begin to fly closer and closer in the direction you must go, but you see that the wall of the city gates is soon approaching, and you can clear it overhead no problem. However, it is day now, and you'll be seen by the heavily guarded crownsmen along the wall, and they have rifles, and there is a cannon. And they have been known to fire upon witches in the past if they feel threatened for some reason. You have a few moments before you would actually arrive there.
What do you think? Should we go down?
Phoebe's definitely motioning for everyone to slow down. She sees the cannon and is like, abort.
Does anyone have like weathery elemental powers that maybe we could get some cloud cover?
I have wind powers. That's actually a really good idea.
And
I could cast a spell to like cause a fog bank to roll in, or other cloud cover so the cannons can't see us. Yeah.
Morgana's an owl, so she's like not worried.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That's true. Morgana, you know that you can fly overhead.
Yeah.
However, the rest of your party, not so much.
So we're basically just trying to get past this particular outpost.
Yeah, it's basically you have about a mile ahead of you that you would need to fly through without being seen by some pretty vigilant guards who maybe don't have a great history with you, or at least with witches in general.
Morgana. Yeah.
Who's playing with the humans again?
Yeah. I think Gabe will definitely try to cast a spell to whistle up some cloud cover or some fog or kind of whatever piece of nature decides to answer.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and roll that d4?
All right.
And Phoebe could, if you have some storm clouds, Phoebe might be able to get some water to help if we need some precipitation.
All right. I rolled a 1.
Great. Tick one box on your spell.
All right.
And then if Phoebe would like to assist, go ahead and roll a d4 and we'll double the power of this spell.
Awesome, because no one wants to run or look at the sky when it's raining. I got, a 4.
Okay, that's 4.
Yep.
But I will make it worth that 4. So the clouds roll in perfectly underneath you. So you are kind of now flying like completely on a blanket of storm clouds that rage below you. You can't see the destruction that is being caused, but you can actually hear the cracking of lightning hitting stone walls and the ground below. You are confident that you can just continue. You could even continue chatting and fly over this, no problem. It is a vicious rumble below you. And so you calmly roll across and dissipate those storm clouds once you are free of the castle.
Phoebe's going to nudge Gabe and go, still got it.
Gabe is like, wink, thumbs up.
At this time, Wilhelmina, you get a psst, psst.
Yes.
The star. She's not going to the wall.
Wonderful! Great job!
She is, however, with another witch. Sorry for the bad news.
It's okay. Can you make sure that everyone who was involved in passing the message knows that I'm grateful?
I had plans today, but sure, I'll tell them.
Also, information. Who?
An old witch. Older than me, even.
Okay. Do you know where they were going?
So far, they seem to not be moving.
Well, great. Where are they?
Well, where the star landed.
Oh, okay.
This witch seems very powerful. Okay, bye. And
Hey, don't forget to tell everybody.
I love that the rest of us are only getting a portion of this conversation.
I was going to say, is this like a telephone? We can only hear your part?
Yeah, exactly.
So, great news. Star has not moved, let alone towards the wall.
That's great
Wonderful.
news.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
I like
news.
that.
You have not
thank you.
lost your touch, Wilhelmina.
Yes.
Good job.
Bad news. Already a witch there who is apparently quite old and powerful.
You don't know who it is?
No.
Who
The
could it be?
whispers are mysterious in what they know and what they do not know.
Did you ask?
Ask direct questions.
Oh, okay.
There's
Gabe
a lot
accepts
of
this perfectly.
interpretation. It's very mysterious.
Magic is mysterious.
Yes. But we are going in the right direction.
That's
Well,
relief.
it's 5 against 1.
As long as we don't run into any hiccups along the way, she shouldn't be very difficult.
Yeah, a very old. I mean, did say very powerful, but a very old. We'll focus on that. We could handle that.
Morgana hoots in agreement.
I forgot you're still an owl.
Thank you for reminding us that you're an owl. Thank you. Lest we forget. Okay, so you continue onwards, approaching closer and closer. But this journey is long, even still in flight. And it's not long before you get a little tired, hungry, a little just starting to feel the drain on your magic that flight is taking out of you.
You can see Phoebe's branch kind of like waver in the wind as it gets harder and harder.
Yep.
Do witches sleep?
You do. Yeah.
Okay.
Often during the day, or just at odd hours, maybe, not necessarily only in the day.
Morgana comes out of owl form and sits down on the carpet with Wilhelmina and goes, do you think that the whispers gave it away? Wait.
Gave what away?
Do you think that that's how the other witch found out?
No. The whispers. The whispers don't work like that. How long have I been telling you? I've tried to teach you about the whispers. You never listen.
I mean, it was my idea to tell them.
And it was a great idea. But we can trust them.
After all, if the whispers backfired, wouldn't that mean that your idea wasn't a great idea? And we all know it was a great idea.
Morgana just looks at you, blinks a couple of times, chin on her knee.
Is there any, as we're flying above, does it look like there's any like patch of woods or a nice like green spot, a nice kind of tucked in area that they might be able to land in?
Yeah, there's definitely a concealed area of the woods that you can land in. There's also a small town nearby that doesn't look like it's too much of a developed city. It's more farm town. But there's definitely like a few acres in between that and the patch of woods that you're looking at.
Phoebe sees the woods and gets excited, like, oh, that looks like such a comfortable patch of grass.
But another witch already has our star.
You can kind of hear like Phoebe's like old bones like creak in the wind with every time her branch jostles.
Yeah.
And she just kind of gives a
look.
look.
Need to take a rest.
Okay.
I think it should be a quick one.
A quick one. Is that okay, Phoebe?
Yes. A nice rest, perhaps in the woods, or I guess we can go to the town.
Make your preferences clear, Phoebe.
I mean, if the rest of us aren't really resting, then why not stay in the woods?
Okay.
And even Leah, you can feel your starting to get so tired from flying, you know that you would have to expend more magic to keep going without a break at this point. So you come down for a rest in the middle of the woods. And you know from here, Gabe, that from the ground, there's a decent chance, since the star has not moved any closer to the wall, from the amount of distance you've covered by ground, you could probably travel the rest of the way on foot.
Perfect. I take up my map and I explain that to everybody. I sort of plot out how far we've come and explain this realization aloud.
Phoebe is like starfishing in a like patch of grass and gives a thumbs up from her position on the ground.
It's also totally fine if no one's listening to Gabe. I can definitely see him being like so preoccupied that he's not paying attention to whether the coven is listening.
No, Phoebe always listens. Phoebe's a listener.
I'm not listening. I'm trying to get some hot goss.
From the ghosts?
Yeah, like what's going on in town?
Well, the innkeeper, she slept with the butcher's wife.
Oh.
They plan to run away together.
Yes.
How sweet.
But but that's okay. He doesn't know that the butcher's sleeping with the potter.
This town has a potter?
Yes.
It seems like we missed out on a great town. Maybe on the way back.
Yeah, you see, Phoebe, we can hit it on the way back.
I'm like trying to talk to Wilhelmina. I'm thinking that she's responding to me, but she's really talking to the ghost.
I seem like, oh yeah, I'm so interested.
Oh my God, that's funny. So while you're taking your rest, you start to, I mean, it's not long that you have to sit here and you do start to feel a little bit rejuvenated. Phoebe, looking around you, there may be some things around here in these woods that might be of use to you if you want to take some time. And Gabe, looking at the map, you can kind of now, as close as you are, you can tell that the star should be in a very large clearing. From your past knowledge, there's probably signs of an explosion nearby from where it landed. So you would be able to see that for sure as you approached it. But even before that, it was a pretty big and vast field where this was. So it should be easy to identify that way once you come across it.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Once Phoebe feels a little bit rested, she's definitely going to be poking around, trying to listen to her lovely earth and seeing what she can find as she kind of moseys around as everyone's kind of loosening up, getting ready for the next part of our journey.
Okay. You can find you can either do some magic to try to direct what you'd like to find, or you can just kind of go with your gut, pick something up at random like Leah did with the potions, and we'll figure out what happens later.
You know what? Phoebe is definitely go with the flow, go with what the earth is telling her. So she's just going to be like, if she feels a pull to a certain item, she's going to pick it up, not really know what it means, and knows that either with her elemental magic or premonition magic.
Okay, great. You pick up a very nice leaf and an extremely pretty rock.
Phoebe is happy.
Good. At this point, you all feel fairly rested, ready to move on again, by foot or by flight, up to you.
I think we should walk. Conserve
I'm
our
pro
strength.
walking. I've used a bit of slots.
Mm-hmm. Phoebe's also feeling the drain of using some spell slots, so and for love of the earth, she's down to walk.
Okay.
Yeah, we can walk.
Fantastic. You're taking a very casual stroll at this point, walking. You know that you are fairly close to your destination. One more time, the whispers come back and they say, they just do a check-in and say, well, everybody was very appreciative that you said thank you. That was nice. Let us know if anything good happens. It gets boring around here.
Sure. Well, do you have any updates on that scary witch and the star?
Oh no, I've been following the story about the butcher and the potter.
Well, can you do that?
All right, I'll go check.
Okay, I'll wait. Thanks.
Okay. And you hear the kind of grapevine continue.
Yeah.
Any updates? And it just continues on.
I'm glad it doesn't turn into like telephone and they're like, any what grapes?
You don't know that.
Oh.
Don't give the DM bad ideas.
At this point, I think we should take a very short break just to stretch our legs, refill our drinks, take a bio if you need to. We will be back in just 5 minutes. In the meantime, please, everybody, go check out the donate link if you can. If you cannot, feel free to share the stream to see the second half of the game and share that with others so that we might hit our next goal and give away some Neverland copies. And we will be welcome back. Thank you so much for taking that little break with us. We're going to pick right back up where we left off. The lovely coven made their way about halfway or more to their destination, took a little stop in the woods to gather after evading some crownsmen who were armed heavily with a cannon, and had a couple of games of telephone with some ghosts that are providing them good intel. They are making the rest of the journey on foot. And while you are traveling, so far, the first length of your journey on foot is fairly peaceful. Anything that you would like to do, or anything that you all need to discuss or do to prepare as you're traveling?
We need to be ready for an encounter with this witch, whoever she is. So I want to see if anything, like, should we try to make a weapon, or what do you think will work against her?
Maybe somebody should try to figure out what she's about. Like who she is, so we can learn more about her. That's not my skill set.
Well, I asked the whispers, but if somebody can scry or something, that might be both faster and more effective.
Yeah. Phoebe pulls out the scrying crystal that's been hanging around her neck. So like, yeah, if you can just give me a second, I need to ground myself. And you see her kind of plop down in the middle of the earth, like stopping her movement for like solid second, and like sits down on the earth, trying to be at one with the earth and use her scrying crystal. And I think she's going to try and use her power of premonition to try and gauge what the battle / danger might be waiting for her ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d4.
All right. A 1.
Good. Okay. Great.
Yep.
Great. I
I will
checked that
take
one
it.
off. The crystal kind of illuminates the ground below it, and you are able to see the middle of this clearing, as Gabe described to you earlier. And you see that this star is kind of alone, and not restrained in any way, is just kind of sitting, seems to be picking something out of his teeth with a stick. Very handsome, extremely charming looking. Not too far away, you see this witch, although old as she was described, doesn't appear to be. And you see that she is casting something around the vicinity of where the star is. She's kind of walking in a circle, pacing back and forth. Can't really make out what she's casting exactly, but you could see that she's dropping salt to the earth and incanting.
See, Phoebe kind of has her eyes closed, and she's opening up her third eye and taking this all in. And you see her like, oh, it's a nice looking star. And then a couple seconds go by. Shit. That's not good. And her coven, we might have a ward standing between us and the witch and the star. She's incanting something. I didn't recognize the words, but I have a feeling it would be best not to run into it if I were making that decision. But we are on the right path. It's in this very deep crater, just like Gabe had shown on the map.
In describing the witch, let's see who do you think has spent the most time outside of the castle, away from the coven?
Maybe Phoebe?
Phoebe's
But
been
in
in the
like,
woods, but she's
yeah.
been not socially like.
Yeah. Who would strike you as the person who spent the most time among like people?
I would probably be like going out shopping for all the ingredients I was stocking. So
Yes.
that's probably my job.
Okay, yeah. In doing so, especially since some of the things that you need for your spells are likely things that sometimes only other witches will have on hand, or people who are at least mystic adjacent will have on hand, you could reasonably listen to the description that is given by Phoebe. And there is one woman that it stands out to you that it could be. You've had an interaction with her before at several markets, none directed at you, but you've seen that she can completely obliterate other witches, powerful ones, in one attack if she chooses to.
Oh, this is not a good sign, you guys. So this witch has a reputation, and I don't want to scare anybody, but also we're fucked.
Every time that you've seen her lash out, though, it has been because she was jealous, very jealous. Somebody was taking an item that she needed, or had something that she needed, or had a spell that she needed. She gets very territorial.
So either we try to steal the star, which is going to be very hard since she already has it warded, or maybe we can bargain for the star if we have something else that she wants.
We could try to negotiate.
I could turn her into a frog.
Wait,
Or
we
a
can
flea.
try to turn her into a frog.
I could turn her into a flea, and then I put that flea inside of a box. And I put that box inside of another box, and I'm going to smash it with a hammer.
I love that movie.
Okay, Yzma. The good news is it appears that she has not consumed the star yet. She still looks as though she's not at full strength. She looks powerful even for her age, but she doesn't look like she has consumed the star yet. So with the five of us, we might be able to still overpower her.
What if there's a reason she hasn't? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I just can't really think of anything we could negotiate that would be more valuable than the star.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she wants your voices for herself. Are they non-transferable?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't own them. I could ask them.
You see Phoebe kind of clutch the pretty rock that she picked up a little bit protectively.
She doesn't want that rock.
It's a very pretty rock, Wilhelmina.
You know, I'm team 5-on-1.
What if we could figure out why she hasn't consumed the star yet? Do you think there's a reason?
Do you think she knows what she has? Maybe she just thinks he's pretty.
He is a very pretty star, I must say.
Do we have a way to talk to her without endangering ourselves? If what we could go with what Leah said, maybe if we don't anger her, we can talk to her first.
Perhaps talk to her outside of her ward might be.
A whole star is a lot for one witch. Maybe if we give her a piece. I don't know.
Why don't we try talking, and then if talking doesn't work, I can turn her into a flea.
Okay.
But then where do we put that flea?
Inside of a box.
What do we do with the box?
Another box.
Perhaps mail it to ourselves.
What is mail?
Carrier pigeon it to yourselves. Yeah.
Carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon. You've been walking, discussing for some time now, trying to feel prepared about, and you've covered a lot of different potential options for once you get to this potential confrontation. You could try to bargain, could try to make an offer, could try to steal it without her noticing, or could go head to head. Many different options. And all of them seem pretty promising, but when you arrive at what should be the beginning of the crater, what you instead encounter is a cliff that seems to drop straight down to a not visible bottom. It stretches forever on either side, it seems, when you approach it. It looks harrowing. There seem to be at the barely visible bottom some jagged cliffs.
It's part of her spell.
That's wise.
Is there a way that I could like feel out with magical senses to see if it seems like just mystically transported cliff or something?
What schools of magic do you have?
Lightning and wind. So I don't think so. Maybe not.
Phoebe is connected to the earth and is very barefoot.
Good.
Very
Okay.
important. Shoes
Yes.
are lame.
I think
Can we just throw something down the cliff and see if it looks like it falls or if it is just an illusion?
you certainly can. What do you throw?
Morgana looks at Phoebe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Phoebe
we're
clutches
all
on. Phoebe clutches to rock.
After we get the star, we'll get you a much prettier rock. I promise you. Also, if it's an illusion, we could just go pick up the rock.
Yeah.
You see Phoebe kind of pull out the rock and like put her hand out and look away and drop it very gently.
You drop it
And
very
wait.
gently. You let go of the rock, and it leaves your hand, falls, and appears to kind of go and go and go and go all the way down the side of this cliff.
Phoebe gives everyone a dirty look.
Well, better the rock than us.
True. And we're sure this is where the star should be?
There used to be, or there's supposed to be, a clearing here, and Phoebe saw it in her vision.
This might be a bit of a stretch. Can Phoebe feel her connection to the rock that she just dropped? This might be a bit of a stretch.
No, I think absolutely she was very attached to that rock.
Uh-huh.
And it is still somewhere nearby. How nearby is sort of
Lost to
unsure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Morgana wants to stick her foot out and like kind of like you dip a toe in the pool.
Yeah.
And like stretch as far as she can and then try to like hang her leg down and see what happens.
When you just start to dip your toe down in there, you are almost knocked back. In fact, I think you will have to make a D4 to 3. As you dip your toe in there, you see and envision your toe kind of dip below the surface level of the cliff and feel like the sense of knocking off balance before you regain your footing.
That's
Okay.
not what I normally feel like around cliffs.
True. I want to check the potions that I have and see if one of them will help us
Okay.
affect and reveal the clearing.
Okay, great. You had 3 potions. What are you hoping will happen with one of these potions? Like, what is your ultimate goal? Best outcome?
I'm hoping that these cliffs, that it will go back to being a crater with the clearing that we know is supposed to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're hoping, who among you, does anybody among you have transfiguration magic?
I do.
You do. All right. So Leah, if you just take a moment. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what that was about. If you just take a moment to study, you will be able to tell that one of these is imbibed with a true form spell, and you can use it on this illusion.
Okay. So I take the potion out and I uncork it and kind of like toss it through like a Molotov cocktail.
Nice. Great. That's awesome. As it like spins through the air and like crashes to the ground, like the steam comes out of it, and as it like floats up to the top, the illusion kind of floats up with it. Phoebe, your rock is there on the ground.
Phoebe immediately runs to grab it and holds it very protectively.
As the illusion peels back and back and back and back, though, in the center, you do see, in the center of this crater, the witch and the very handsome star. Nothing, it doesn't appear that they know necessarily that the spell has been broken as of yet, as you're still a bit away from them.
Do they see us? Is it?
They haven't indicated any way. They haven't turned towards you or anything, so it doesn't appear that they have yet.
And can we make out what they're doing, or do they?
Yes. It appears that he is enjoying a plate of what looked to be maybe macaroons. And she appears to just kind of be watching.
Some people like to watch.
I mean, he is handsome, but if you have a star in front of you, I wouldn't just stare at it, obviously.
Do you think that she's like one of those witches that feeds you sweets and she's trying to plump them up?
I've heard of that story in my forest.
Do stars have more power when they are plumper? Because if that's true, we don't have to kill him right away.
Right. I don't know.
Okay. I think we should duck down for a second so they don't see us. And
Good call.
I think Gabe should go talk to her.
Not all of us?
I'm the mean, remember? I don't think she wants to talk to me.
True.
Maybe you could talk to her and distract her?
That's a good idea. You
try
tried to talk to the star.
Yeah, or I mean, we could just take the star, turn him into a flea, put him in a box, put him in our pocket.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. Do you want to be back here casting spells, and I'll go talk to her. Good.
So
Does that sound good with everybody? I want to make sure everyone's okay with that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Sure.
Gabe, you're going in alone?
Phoebe kind of looked worriedly at Gabe going alone.
Okay.
It'll be all right.
Gabe, you kind of have the opportunity. Are you trying to stealthily get in there?
No, I think Gabe is just going to go and try to be like non-threatening and just like as pacifist as a witch could be, and maybe she doesn't even know that they're a witch. They might think that Gabe is just a normal mortal.
Okay, so gotcha.
Maybe they can get the advantage that way.
Perfect. All right, so you kind of slide down into the crater, and floor is yours.
I say ahoy there.
She stands up and stands in front of the star. Who are you?
I am Gabe Greenbow. And who are you?
Celine.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Celine.
Celine of the North Woods.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Celine of the North Woods.
What business do you have here?
I've seen a star fall from the sky, and I'm very curious.
Ah, yes. Well, it seems to have gotten up and walked off then. No star here.
And Gabe sort of like pokes their head to try to look past Celine. Is like, who's that?
That is my husband. He's eating at the moment. Please don't disturb him.
Would you mind if I explored the crater? This crater?
Well, if you like looking at dirt so much, you may.
Gabe like pulls out a book and it's like, thank you so much. And kind of like sidles around, I don't know, like moving laterally doesn't want to go anywhere near Celine.
Yeah.
But wants to like pretend to try and study things.
She doesn't leave like the star's side, but she kind of like follows in a circle, like whichever direction that you go. Back on the outside of the crater, what are you all doing?
I have this picture with the four are just kind of like on the ground, like looking at each other.
Yeah. Like,
What's the plan?
what kind of distraction is this?
I mean,
Okay.
hopefully, when she's kind of in the beginning of that interaction, when she has her back, because she's kind of trying to block her husband's star,
Sure.
that would maybe be an opportunity.
2. What are you gonna do?
To sneak up and grab him.
Oh, okay.
I don't. That's what I proposed to the group. That's not what I
Okay, that's
take
what.
the
All right.
initiative to do.
What
Okay.
if we made him easier to grab? And so I'll turn him into something equally as cute, since that seems to be something that appeals to you all. And then we put him in your pocket. Oh, where'd the star go? I don't know. He must have walked off.
Yes. What if you turned him into a replica of Phoebe's shiny rock? That way we could do the old switcheroo.
He kind of looks at a rock.
That's actually a really good idea.
That is a very smart plan. And then Phoebe will kind of just give her rock to Morgana. Like, here.
Okay, before we do that, I think we need to make sure that she doesn't immediately notice the star turning into a rock right next to her.
Right, so maybe someone else should cause another distraction a little further off.
Can we put a spell on her? Like some kind of something that messes with her senses so that she can't see what we're doing?
Alternative idea, you could make one of us look like the handsome star. And we could go eat some cookies.
True.
That's very clever.
But then one of us would have to stay behind and escape later.
Well, once a spell,
Oh, right.
she
Okay,
shouldn't have
let me
any
remind
movement.
you all that this witch gets so pissed when you take her stuff. When she wants something and she doesn't have it,
Yes,
that's her whole thing.
I'm back to the rock thing then.
Okay.
Like, oh, sorry, just kidding. Here, you can have him back. And then you give her the other rock, and then we leave with the star.
Could we turn the star into the rock and the rock into the star? I don't really know how far these powers go.
Could
Do a
I do?
little switcher?
Yeah.
So you can turn people into whatever you like. You're not sure if it would work turning the star into an inanimate object. Stars are magical themselves. You know that magic can work on them, but maybe not to the same extent that it works on human beings and other animals. So possibly, but it would be a little bit of a coin toss. Gabe, down in the center of the crater, while everybody is discussing up top, you are just kind of pacing around the exterior of the crater, pretending to like take notes on it and stuff.
And like actually taking notes because Gabe is very interested in science and the astronomical properties and stressed. So like very sloppy handwriting. But
Okay,
yes.
totally. So as
Yeah.
you're kind of taking notes, like, and you go away, you kind of hear, hello there, friend. Who are you?
Hello?
You turn around, the gentleman, the star, kind of with a mouthful of crumbs. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Gabe. Gabe Greenbow.
Pleasure to meet you,
cool.
Gabe.
Pleasure to meet you. What's your name?
I don't know. I don't have one.
Oh. Okay.
But,
Okay.
Celine says she'll give me a name.
That's nice.
Gosh, she's pretty great.
She gave you these cookies?
Oh, yeah. Really good cookies. You want a cookie?
I'd love a cookie.
Celine is like, don't. Those are not for him. Those are for you, dear. All right.
Well, if he wants to if they're for him, but he wants to share.
I like sharing.
I'd love to share a macaroon with you.
It's all right. And he just kind of like chucks a macaroon at you. Selena's like, ugh, fine. You're so very nice, dear.
He is. These are lovely cookies.
They're pretty great. So anyway, what you doing around here?
Looking for you. I mean, looking for a star.
You're looking for me? Oh, I'm right here. You found me then. You're pretty good.
I said I'm looking for a star. Are you a star?
Celine says I'm a star.
That's Celine.
So wholesome.
If you're such a star, why are you staying here?
Oh, well, I fell. Bumped my head
Hurt
and
your head?
everything. It's pretty rough.
Yeah. I could help take care of you.
That is quite enough of that. Your name again, was it? You lied about why you came. I don't trust you. You have to get out of here. Quickly. Are you alone?
Gabe scurries off rather than answer the question.
Gabe starts running.
Yeah.
Bye, Gabe. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You all
How
hear that part at the very least. The bye, Gabe is very loud, and you turn and look and see Gabe kind of like scuttling.
All right. Star is really dumb.
And the witch?
Terrifying. Very scary. I think she knows I'm up to no good.
Did she say why she hasn't killed the star yet?
I didn't ask.
Just-
I'm sorry. I kept waiting for someone to do something.
Okay.
It's fair. It's fair.
I tried to pretend I wasn't a witch. I don't think I did a very good job.
Were the cookies poisoned?
The color drains from Gabe's face.
You feel okay.
I don't think... Yeah.
Yeah, you feel okay.
Good.
She was giving him the cookies, so I don't think so.
Okay. It wasn't like, I don't know, taking his memory or
Or making him dumb.
making
I think
him
he
dumb.
started off that
Does
dumb.
Gabe seem as
Gabe,
smart
do
as
you
he
feel
was
dumb?
before?
In the
Phoebe
eye-
does like one of those where like the back of her hand's like checking the temperature of Gabe.
He seems
Feels fine.
normal. However, while you're all doing that, a storm cloud rolls in overhead and lightning begins to crackle.
Uh-oh.
And you see that in the center of the crater, the witch has kind of lightning bolts brewing in her hands. She's staring intently at you.
At all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to see if one of my potion bottles can make us invisible real fast.
You don't
like,
have
obscure?
time to kind of to disseminate
Like,
what
sort
they
through them?
are. You can kind
Yeah.
of take a gamble, and I will roll the
That's
die
what
to
I do.
see.
Okay.
Okay, you throw one.
Point of action, or yeah, we can do the potion.
Do you think low or high? Do you prefer to be the one you want?
Let's go high.
High.
Go
Okay.
high.
4. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Taya's like, you're lucky.
Smash that bottle to the ground, and you all vanish. It's not going to
Okay.
last terribly long. So what are you going to do?
One of us should run in and grab the star while we're invisible.
So with Phoebe's earth magic, would it be within her power, hypothetically, to kind of like through the earth around the witch in the crater, create kind of like a cage or like a dome to like trap the witch, even though it might not trap her for very long, but to buy some time?
Can anybody help Phoebe with that reasonably?
I was going to ask. Oh, sorry. I was going to ask if I could use the force shield as well. So
I think that if you combined those two, you could maybe have something come up from the ground and then the force from up top, and really like combine those to make an actual cage. I think that would be possible if you both did that together. So both of you roll a d4 on that.
All right.
3
I got a
again.
2.
Okay, take your marks, but basically ground from all sides comes up in a perfect little cage, and you can see the translucent energy like filling those gaps and over the top of the dome that is keeping her from going any further.
And Phoebe's kind of like holding it, and she's going to shout to everyone like, grab the star. I don't know how much longer I can hold her. And you see like Phoebe's a little bit tired, exhausted. Like she's put out a lot of power lately. So she's kind of shaking from the force.
Morgana mimics her. Hurry up and grab the star. I don't know much how longer I can hold this.
Yeah. I'm going to run in and see if I can grab the star.
I mean, you run in, and I mean, you grab him. He goes, "Oh, hello there."
Hi. So I heard you like cookies. Why don't you come with me? We have a full kitchen where you can have whatever you like.
I do love cookies. Cookies are very good. Can my friend Celine come? She's been very nice.
It looks like Celine is very busy right now. We don't want to bother her while she's doing this. Let's just go, and then we'll come back and see if she wants to come later.
All right. See you later, Celine. And and he gets up and starts walking with you. And Celine sees this and starts to become enraged. Who has not gone yet? Gabe and Wilhelmina have not done anything.
I would like to try to consult Whispers to see if they have any insight like into what she's been up to, or any weaknesses or anything that she has demonstrated prior to our arrival.
Okay. Well, so the spirits kind of get back to you rather quickly this time, saying, "Oh well, she seems to be very taken with him, giving him cookies and back rubs."
Ew. Okay.
She read him a poem that she wrote. It was not good.
Maybe she's not going to eat him at all. Maybe she just really likes him.
She's not gonna. I hate when witches play with their food.
Very good.
If somebody could clip that for me, because that is the best thing, I would be really appreciative. Wow. Yeah. So the ghosts kind of report back to you that she seems to be very doting on this gentleman star. All pretty much up until you got here.
Maybe she's lonely and we should have offered to let her join our coven. Oh well, I like what we're doing better.
You see Phoebe kind of like struggling under the power. Like, would you like to drop the force field and ask her?
Gabe, you still have an action to take if you'd like.
Yeah, so now that Leah and the star are running, I think Gabe is going to cast a spell to help them go really fast and use the power of the wind to like.
All right,
just
yeah,
speed them along.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Roll D4. You're gonna haste everybody, essentially.
All right, yeah. Only my friends though.
Well,
2.
okay, great. Mark it
That's
off.
what we got. All right.
How's everybody doing, by the way? How many
I'm
boxes do we have left?
I have almost all of my slots still.
You've reserved.
Yeah, I have a
Right.
bunch of boxes still.
I have 8 slots taken out, so I have 1, 2 before the final box.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Wilhelmina too is
Yep.
down a little, quite a few, right?
I'm only down 3.
Just 3? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it early on, and then
You haven't. Okay, good.
or you haven't had me roll for whispers, is what it is.
No.
Oh,
Just because the first one was you actually making them do something for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, at this point, you successfully haste everybody to move quicker. And you see Phoebe and Morgana, you see that the witch has dropped the lightning from her hands, and it is instead becoming so enraged that the rainfall starts to plummet in unimaginable droplets to the point where this crater here begins to fill up with water at a alarming rate. The mud becomes slippery. It is difficult to walk. It is coming down all around you.
Has it started to fill the crater yet? Like, do we have to start swimming, or is it just very?
It will be to that point by the time you all make your next turns.
Is everyone still in the crater, or are some of us?
Everybody's
lip
still in the
in it?
crater at this point. Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make my carpet that I've been lugging, presumably, able to fly again.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Spend one spell slot for that.
Yes. Specifically, I'm hoping that the star and whoever was running with him maybe can get on it so we can get out of there.
He goes, oh, a flying carpet. I never
Yeah, get
saw
on it.
one before.
Oh, it's so fun. I promise. Why don't you hop on?
Me? Really? And he kind of like splashes through the water and hops up onto it and like sits cross-legged on it. It's like, Celine, I'm on a flying carpet.
Pouring down rain.
Yeah.
Morgana shouts, Gabe, can you do anything about the rain?
I'll try. And actually, yeah. So, are they coming from real clouds, or is it just sort of appearing out of nowhere?
These appear to be coming out of nowhere. These are very magical raindrops.
I honestly, if it was real clouds, I could try to use like some weather magic. What if I try to use real weather magic to like make it into a sunny area?
Certainly.
Like clear, yeah.
Like to try to like dry up, like physically, like
Yeah,
evaporate the water.
Like push away any clouds that are actually over the crater. So and like try to intensify the sun. Yeah.
Absolutely. Go for it. Roll me that D4.
All right.
While you are doing that, I will say that we are almost at the last leg of this stream. But we did not make our goal, but that doesn't mean I don't still want to do this Neverland giveaway. So I'm starting it. The giveaway is open. Use !Neverland to enter the raffle, and at the end of the stream we will draw 2 winners for that. Sorry to have interrupted you all.
No, that's fine. It's great.
How dare you?
I rolled a 2. So
great. Okay, so you roll a 2. The sun, like, fighting against all of this water is impossibly bright. It is like a desert suddenly out here. And the water does start to evaporate beneath your feet. The land starts to dry. It becomes a little bit easier to walk. And this does not seem to be making Celine very happy. Who has not gone yet this turn? I think that the only people who have gone this turn may be Gabe, actually.
Okay, this turn. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, so who's on the magic carpet? The star. Is Leah on the magic carpet and Wilhelmina, or?
Oh yeah, Wilhelmina made her carpet fly again. That's the only other turn that happened.
Okay.
But I'm not on it because I don't know. I'm assuming there's a weight limit, so I wanted to start and send Leah to get out.
Part of me was like, oh, just let the crater fill up and she'll drown herself in her cage. But, you know, that's a little dark. Okay, so
we have to do something though so that she doesn't immediately kill the 2 of you as soon as she's free from the force field. So I want to let's see. We have her held in place. Maybe we can.
Do you have one more potion left?
I have one more. Yeah, I have one more unknown potion. Maybe it will do something good for us, like make her forget about the star. But I don't know what I grabbed. It can be anything. So it could be bad.
Morgana shouts, maybe it'll turn her into a llama.
Maybe it'll turn her into a llama or a fleet. Yeah, so since we don't have a lot of time, I'm just gonna take the potion and toss it, see what happens.
Okay, you take the other potion and just chuck it at you're chucking it at where? At the witch? At
the witch.
At the witch.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we're going to do here. We are going to say I'm gonna roll for it because I don't want to manipulate this. Okay. This potion lands at her feet at the edge of her cage and creates a burst of force magic that just pushes her back against the edge of the cage, and she's going to take several slots of damage from that. Kind of wilts down at the bottom. And Phoebe and Morgana, where are you at this point?
Oh, I'm holding the line. Yeah.
Yeah, Morgana would have started moving backwards and like shouted at Phoebe to also start moving backwards while holding the spell so that we could get out of the crater.
Okay. As you're trying to move out of the crater, the cage is going to drop, but she is now kind of wilted and laying on the ground. Not
When Phoebe drops the earth crate, she's going to do it in such a way that all of the earth that was like holding up the walls just I don't know how heavy it's going to be because it's probably just dirt, but
no,
dirt is
it's
dirt.
a little added 1 slot of damage for her. So yeah. that's gonna do a little bit more. Keep her on the ground a little bit longer. Right now, did Leah take an action this turn yet?
I threw the potion.
You threw the potion, yes. Okay. Okay. At this point, she is too tired to cast a spell, but she will say, Wait, please.
Morgana just goes, la 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 la, I can't hear you, and keeps running.
Gabe yells, "If he mattered so much to you, why didn't you even give him a name?"
I was thinking about it. It's hard to pick a name, and he's special.
Why is he so special?
You don't see it. He's so sweet and handsome and stupid.
Morgana
Thanks,
yells,
Celine.
Morgana says, shouts back, I bet he tastes great. Let's go.
Phoebe's a bit exhausted. She's ready to get the hell out of Dodge. And she's gonna look at the rest she's gonna look at the rest of the coven and just kind of breathing heavy after holding that force field that earth and cage for how long. It kind of motions to Celine.
Yeah.
Do you want to deal with that
find
now?
Another himbo. This is a star.
Yeah. Phoebe, do you need a snack now, or can you wait till we get home?
I can wait till we get home.
Oh.
Let's just get out. We don't have the time. Let's just move.
Can Morgana use 2 of her slots to make her and I both fly?
Oh.
Yes. Absolutely.
She goes, Phoebe, I know you don't like flying, but how would you like to be even closer to nature?
You think she just perk up a little.
She puts her on the nose and turns her into an owl.
This is the most excited little owl you have ever seen. Suddenly the years just melt off of Phoebe because Phoebe's been around the castle. The years have caught up with her. And suddenly all that age and wear downness has gone. And she is the most excitable little bird just flying around, chirping to her heart's content.
Oh my God, adorable. At this point, you're kind of free for now of the witch. you're flying, which is good because you're gonna want to get far away before she regains her strength. Once you get to your castle and consume this star, she'll be no match for you for sure. But until then, you're pretty vulnerable.
Yeah, Gabe is definitely ready to fly with all of his friends and get out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, Phoebe trusts that one of you will take her lucky branch and her rock.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
that
they
Branch is
fall to the
broken.
ground,
Someone
that
stepped
would-
on it accidentally.
Aw. I
Sad
think
shirt.
maybe Gabe notices if they fall to the ground when you transform, and Gabe picks them up.
Happy chirps.
Excellent. You all, presuming all of you fly.
Yeah.
Okay, and all of you spend a spell box to do so. You you make it back all the way to your castle. Doesn't look like she has followed behind that you can see, although it's reasonable to assume that she will show up eventually, maybe. He kind of walks in. It was a very nice castle. Do I live here now?
For now.
Something like it.
That's great. Do I get a room?
You can have the whole kitchen.
I love the kitchen. Do you have an ice box?
Yes.
I just think that's neat.
Oh, do you want to go in it?
No, just think it's neat.
Okay.
Anyway, what are we going to do?
Morgana says, just a moment, and then gets everyone in a circle.
Group
Okay.
meeting.
So, what I've heard is if a star is extra a little bit brighter, they're a little bit stronger. So, I have an idea. He's kind of dumb. Probably easy to get excited about things. Why don't we feed him and then teach him some nursery rhymes? And then we all sing them together. And he feels comfy and happy. And then we kill him, eat him.
Okay. Maybe we'll tuck them in too.
Oh yeah, it'll be very cute.
Yeah. Okay.
But we have to hurry. Celine could be after
Right.
us.
Short nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't mention her name. Don't remind him.
Correct.
And no pranks on the star.
Oh, the prank happens at the end.
You see, he's just like made his way over to the kitchen. He's sitting on top of the ice box and swinging his legs back and forth. He's like about to pick a vegetable that's very deadly from the top shelf. Like, just pick it down.
He's like, oh, no. Just a little smack on the hand. No, not that one. You deserve the best kind of
sorry.
food. Oh, no, you deserve much better than this. This is garbage. She just kind of like throws it out the window.
Who likes a vegetable when you can have a chocolate cake?
But vegetables make me strong. And he holds up his arms and they're like really just like rippling.
That's very good. What about a carrot cake then?
It has carrot in it. That's probably just as good.
Yes. And eggs.
Eggs are good too. Oh, I could have some of that.
Could I magic a carrot cake?
What kind of magic do you have again?
Great question. Let me go back and look at it.
Okay.
I have premonition and I have elemental.
No.
What about transfiguration?
Yeah.
Yes.
One of us.
Yeah, transfiguration could make a cake appear.
Okay, so I'd like to transfigure, like, see, like, some little things we have around the kitchen and transfigure it into, like, a cake and, like, some more of those cookies and just, like, some good things that he might like.
A bunch of them, they start like dancing their way around the kitchen and animating themselves. Go ahead and roll a d4.
1.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And they begin to make themselves into a cake, some cookies, a fruit platter. You got a whole a charcuterie board, or however you pronounce that word. A whole little smorgasbord like presents itself, and he was like, "You did such a good job."
We told you, isn't this so much better than those, just having those cookies she was giving you?
That's true. I do get sick of cookies.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. Picking
He's just kind of looking from the doorway to see if he's starting to glow yet. Be like, come on.
I think Gabe wants to try and impress the star and be like, "Do you want to see Can I show you something?"
Okay.
And Gabe like takes the star's hand and like puts their hands together like this, and then uses his lightning powers to sort of make their hands crackle and to like make electricity between the two of them.
That's amazing. Are you
gave, like-
magic?
Yeah. All 5 of us are magic.
That's so nice. I can't really do anything like that.
Morgana's friend, do you have a favorite animal?
That's such a good question. I like them all very much, but maybe I like the little pigs, like when they're small, before they get all big.
Right. And she turns herself into a piglet, and then she just kind of like wiggles her butt, trying to make him laugh.
Oh my god, it's like a pig but small.
All right.
He is beginning to glow.
I rolled a 2, by the way.
Great.
Yeah, I rolled a 3. So
And then she transfers back and asks Wilhelmina, do you think the Whispers know any fun songs we could teach him?
Oh, I mean, I can ask them for sure. Hey, Whispers, what's the most fun song that you know that is really easy to learn and kind of quick?
Well, I don't know about a song per se, but I can make one up for you. That is, the witch is on her way, and she'll be here very soon. And
This is the best.
you should probably eat the star or meet your doom. And was that good?
It was really great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great.
Bye.
Morgana, maybe we can skip the song because a little bit of Selena's coming.
Right. All right, it's time for the prank then. Are you sleepy? Can we let's tuck you in?
I'm not sleepy at all.
Oh, no. Of
Not
course
tired.
How about we tuck you in and tell you a story anyway?
I guess that would be okay.
I grab a big, huge blanket and like wrap it around the star like he's a burrito.
Little Starrito.
Starrito.
Gabe brings him some milk.
Okay. Let's see who wants to do it.
Hand went right up.
Yeah.
Nikki absolutely loves this little himbo and has no interest, but Morgana, on the other hand, is totally ready and willing and has a knife in her back pocket because she's always prepared.
Mm-hmm. Because Morgana's Morgana. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you need a gal with a knife.
Yep. So.
Yep. Stabbity. It kind of goes, oh, and then
I need to turn the knife.
Our himbo star.
We should have given him a name first.
You don't name your food.
I named him Joseph in my heart.
That makes it hurt more when you have to eat it. That's why we don't name the animals that we eat.
But as you do, he loses his himbo-y shape and turns into a star-shaped star, glowing bright and crystalline, and ready for you to nom.
Phoebe happily noms away like she has been starving.
We do it 5 ways.
As you start, Phoebe eats her piece of the star, and a boom, boom, boom on the door.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Has
Yep. Okay. Leah eats her portion of the star.
Yeah. Gabe grabs his portion and eats like almost all of it. Saves like a little piece.
Okay. Gabe eats their part.
I'm gonna eat half of my part.
Okay. And I think, did Morgana do the same or not yet?
Oh yeah, I took it and then handed it off to like
You did.
whoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everybody's consumed part of the star. There's probably only a little fraction left. You all regain all of your spell slots instantly.
Yeah.
All of your health comes back. You actually feel more powerful by triple than you did before. And as the door bangs a second time, it creaks open, and Celeste walks in the door, now looking kind of small to you. And she says, "Where is my star?"
I don't remember a star. Did you guys see a star?
What's a star?
I haven't seen a star. Wilhelmina, have you seen a star?
I've seen tons of stars.
Phoebe gives her like a nudge into like the ribs.
I mean, like every night, like we've all, in the sky, like normal people.
That sounds like something he would say. Just tell me the truth. You did it. You ate him already.
You ate him already.
He was very happy in the end.
Phoebe flicks Morgana in the ear.
Of course he was very happy. He was very, very stupid.
True.
Well, then I'm no match for you today. But I will be watching you. I loved him. You ate him prematurely.
Well, seemed pretty well done.
Yeah.
We
What if
could have
you-
had 20 or 30 years together before I needed to re-up my powers. I wasn't going to eat him yet. We were going to have a very nice life together.
Oh, Celine.
Oh, that's all right.
We can listen. Let's find someone else for you to have a very happy life with. I know lots of people in the town. They're very nice.
Yes, but I want a husband I can eat when I'm done with him.
Oh,
All husbands are husbands you can eat when you're done with them.
You're not wrong, I suppose. If you hadn't just eaten the man I love, I would be very amused by that.
Listen, Celine, I know of a town not that far from here with a very frisky potter.
A potter, you say? Well, he can't give me strong magic, and he probably doesn't even like macaroons, but I suppose since I have time to kill before I am strong enough to fight you, I will go. Farewell, and she dramatically whooshes out the door, dismayed. And you
That we
are
shanked her boy toy.
Anything else to that your characters would do before we end?
No, I imagine we just go look for stars again.
Morgana's going to go use her power to mess with more people. So she says, I'll be back. And then leaves and goes to town and just pranks everybody.
You can now do that in like such quick time that you're actually like back in 5 minutes. And like you can kind of still hear like the echo of screams.
So
from town.
the butcher and the potter, no longer together. Kind of ruined that for them.
She ruined my stories.
Phoebe is just loving life. She thought she was definitely in the last act, and she's definitely gonna go out and be her best little earth witch that she can be.
Nice.
Yeah. I think Gabe goes flying all the time, and sometimes like causes storms on the nearby towns, but sometimes he moves the storms away just because they can.
Cool. What does Lily do?
Writes down everything that happened.
Her new rejuvenated, powerful life.
Yeah, Leah wants to maybe learn more about what Gabe is researching and see if she can put some of that knowledge to good use, making some more potions, because she was very lucky this time, but next time there may have been something to that being prepared.
Cool. Okay. What about Wilhelmina? What does she do with her time now that she is powerful?
She is powerful, and she is just gonna get all of these voices in line, because it seems like a lot of like weird drama has been festering, and we just need to get it all out in the open.
Very fair. Very fair. Okay. It's gonna be advanced therapy now. Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Thank you for playing this game. You are all wonderful and amazing and so funny and so clever. We have a clip of that wonderful Leah moment that I will share with everybody. We have one last Neverland winner to pick, which is going to be Feared Fox. Brilliant. We have 4 winners for that because we reached $700. Thank you so much.
Damn.
Re-roll it. Re-roll it. He says, all right, we will do that. Punicorns. We'll win in your place. And I am going to roll. I am going to take the next winner, because we did kind of pass 2 goals that I didn't expect us to. So we will give those 4 copies of Neverland out, and then we will also, if you go to my Twitter, we'll do a giveaway for a NPC to appear in whatever game I run next based on you. So anybody can enter that. And watch your DMs if you want a copy of Neverland Tonight. Everybody, please tell me where we can find you and what you do. I will put the links in the chat. Let's start this time with Paul. And everybody look at the the links there.
Yep.
Paul, where can we find you? What do you do? What's your stuff?
Awesome. I'm Tutu Bears. I'm a software engineer and Magic the Gathering player. I talk on Twitter about myself being LGBTQ, the importance of equality, all that kind of thing. So please just follow and support people who need your love.
That's very nice. Ashley.
I'm at Zavery on Twitter. I don't have anything to promote, but I would love to meet some more people and make some more friends who are, interested in RP, and yeah, I would love that. So thank you for inviting me. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. You are inspired, and I can't wait to see you on more streams because you are very good. All of you are. Danny. What's up?
Hey, I am at Runaway Muse for both Twitter and Twitch. I'm just starting to get the hang of these things, so I'm hopefully popping in more streams, and I might be trying my hand at DMing some more. We'll see if I did it once, and I think I got the bug, so I might try it again. But until then, I'll probably be popping in, my lovely friends who invite me along for their adventure. So keep an eye out. I usually post stuff on Twitter. Again, it's Runaway Muse for both Twitter and Twitch. It's just usually RP stuff and, queer stuff, because I'm a queer RPer who likes fantasy stuff. So it's awesome.
Yeah. I love it. Nikki?
I'm Nikki. I am at Halfling Nick on Twitter. Well, Halfling_Nick on Twitter. I am the community manager for Emerald City Game Masters Guild. Their Twitter is in my bio on Twitter. We're doing a giveaway right now, which ends on Friday, and that's for our West Marches campaign, which is so freaking cool. I could talk about it for hours. We also have a players collective, which is in my pinned tweet. And that's our Discord, where we post about games that people can join up on, or ask for players when we have a slot open and that kind of thing. So I also am a lesbian with ADHD and fibromyalgia, so that's kind of the vibe that you're going to get from my Twitter. So
I don't want to clap for that, but I do. I don't like, yay, fibromyalgia, but yes, good.
And also a social justice educator, which is another thing that is near and dear to my heart. As I said earlier, I'm a 5th grade teacher, and I'm at a Title I school, so education is super important to me. So anyway, that's me.
I love it. Thank you so much, Nikki. Avalon.
Hi, I am A_CatAttack in almost all of the places. I am one half of a podcast called Femsplained. Twitter is where I'm most engaged right now. In COVID times, I don't have a real world job, but professionally, I tend to exist somewhere in a cross section of health policy and community organizing. And this was really fun. Thank you so much, Diana, for writing a game and inviting us to play said game.
Thank you for really literally rolling the dice on this, because this is a game I wrote, published, and had never tried to play. So this was a first go. I'm Diana, Super Dylan, all the places. Please go check out these people. I have linked them in the chat. I will continue to link them on Twitter and things. Everybody was wonderful and lovely. Reach out to them, follow them, and have them on your projects. Look out for your DMs for things, and please join me in going to raid Jess, go_JG, and show Jess all of the bits, all of the love, all the emotes, all of that hype, because she just does that for everyone else in the community all the time too. And so let's go. Woo!